Hello students, this is Bansode sir. Once again all of you welcome in our second video. Today we are going towards our second poem, Indian Weavers. This poem is written by Sarojini Naidu. Before going to turn toward our poem, we will see the questions in icebreaker. So open your textbook and see on the page number 99. See the questions in icebreakers. Now see the icebreaker activities on the page number 99. See the first question. Artisans are called craftsmen. They are creator of diverse goods and use their hands to create unique, functional and also decorative items using traditional techniques. Now complete the web given below. Now see, you have to give of different artisans. One example is given to you. What is it? It is a goldsmith. This is you have to tell the other types of artisans. Okay. Whom you call the artisans? See, the artisans are goldsmith, blacksmith, woodworkers, jewelers, potters, etc. These are the example of artisans. Okay. Now you can find out and write down more examples of artisans. Okay students, now we turn toward our second question in icebreaker. What is the question? Question is, discuss with your partner the season oblique occasion when we need, and some options are there: woolen clothes, casual clothes, rich silk clothes, and fourth one is colorful comfortable clothes. So these are the clothes we use in a different seasons or occasions. So discuss with your partner. It is so easy question. All these are the types of clothes and we use such a types, isn't it? So what you have to do? You have to tell in which season or occasion we need such a clothes. For example, take the example of woolen clothes. In which season we need these clothes? Yes, surely in a winter, isn't it? In a winter we wear woolen clothes. Okay, now same like this, you complete the remaining activities. Okay. Now I will turn toward the third question in our icebreaker. Now cheer up. We are going to play one game. See, what is our game? Now I am going to ask you something. You give me answers. Okay. Before that, I am going to read the question. Let's play a game. The teacher will ask the students some questions. Students will understand that there are some exceptions to general rules. Let's start. First activity in our game. The first option is, you tell me answer. Okay, one is given for you already. Just understand it. One who waves is a weavers. And second one is, one who plays a game is a ... Who play a game? Yes, game is played by players. So answer is player. The third one who sing is a singer. One who dance is a dancer. Okay. I think it's very easy for you to write down these answers. Now let's see the next question in our icebreaker. We have often seen the picture of Gandhiji spinning on his charkha. Discuss the reason behind this. One has been given for you. What is the reason? First one is given for you. The first one is to give a rural people an opportunity to earn their livelihood. Second is what? I will tell you. The second is to propagate Swadeshi movement. Third one is it is the importance self-sufficiency. And last one is it's give the idea of dignity of labor. Okay, this is my opinion. You can write by your own also. You can write some different also. Now we turn toward our next question. Next question is name some tools used by weavers. One clue is given for you, and what is this? See, option A, loom. Loom is used by weavers. And now see, the two options are blank. So you try to fill that two options. Which things are used by weavers? Which tools are used by weavers? Next question is name some types of yarns used by the weavers. Okay, here also one clue is given for you, linen, and two options are blank. So I will tell you cotton, woolen, etc. You can write your own also. Okay students, now through of these questions, the questions which is in an icebreaker, you just get a general idea about our poem. What is the title of our poem? Indian Weavers. Okay, so before start our poem, we will read the introduction. We will see the introduction of our poet. See, who is a poet? Sarojini Naidu. She was born in 1879 and died in 1949. She was a political activist, feminist, and the first Indian woman who became the president of the Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. Sarojini Naidu's work as a poet earned her the sobriquet of Nightingale of India. Later, she became the governor of the United Province in 1947, becoming the first woman to hold the office of the governor in independent India. Now it's about poem. Indian Weavers is a short poem where the poet talks about three types of the garments that the weavers weave at three particular times of a day. Each stanza of the poem represents the three important events of the human life. Birth, it is childhood. Adulthood, it means young. And death, it means old. The colors mentioned in the stanzas are very significant as they indicate the moods related to the events. Okay students, it is all about poetess and poem. Now see the title of poem. What is the title? Indian Weavers. The word weavers refer to the creator of this world. Let's see the poem. I am going to read the first stanza. You have to concentrate toward me as well as toward your book also. Okay? Now see the first stanza. Weavers weaving at break of a day. Why do you wave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon void, we wave the robes of a newborn child. This is our first stanza. Poem opens early in the morning. See the first line. Weavers waving at the break of day. Break of the day means early in the morning. What these weavers are doing at the early in the morning? They are weaving a garments, means clothes. They are weaving a clothes at early in the morning. These weavers seem so happy. So being curious, our poet asked them a question. Why do you wave garments so gay? Gay means happy. She asked them, why are you waving so happily? This poem is an interaction between creators and poet. It is an interaction between viewers and poet. Poet asks question to viewers and viewers reply to our poetess. In a first line, very first line of the poem, poet asks one question to viewers: why you wave so happily early in the morning? And how that clothes is? Now see the second line. Why do you wave a garment so gay? Garment so gay means happily. She asked them, why you wave this garment so happily? And how that garment is? See, that garment is, see the third line, that garment is blue as the wing of Halcyon wild. Okay, now see how is that garment is? That garment is a blue. It is a blue as the wing of the Halcyon bird. Halcyon, see the glossary, Halcyon means a kingfisher. Halcyon is another name for a kingfisher. It is a bird which has a bright, colorful plumes. Plumes means feathers. So the clothes which weavers are weaving is a blue as the feathers of Halcyon bird. Here the poet compare all the garments with the wings of Halcyon birds. It is the direct comparison. The word as show us a direct comparison. It means the poet used simile here. Okay, got it? Now see the next line. It is the last line of our first stanza. We wave the robes of a newborn child. As the poet asked the viewer a question about their waving, they answered our poetess that they waved that robes of a newborn child. As I told you at the beginning that our first stanza describes the childhood as it is the first stage of our life. So our viewers, the creators, are so happy to create our life, to create some garment for us. From this line or from this stanza, we come to know how happy this stage is. Everybody welcome that newborn child with happiness, with cheers. Okay? Now see the second stanza. Wavers waving at the fall of a night. Why do we wave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of peacock, purple and green, we wave the marriage wheels of a queen. See, this is our second stanza. This our second stanza, it describes the second stage of our life. And what is the second stage of our life? Yes, that is adulthood. And adulthood means youth. See the first line, wavers waving fall of the night, means late in the evening. See, our waver started at the break of a day, means early in the morning. So these wavers started to view from early in the morning, and now see, it is the evening, still they are busy in their work. So once again our poetess asked them a question, why do you wave a garment so bright? According to the poet, garment, the clothes the weavers are weaving is so bright. This is our second line of our second stanza. Why do you wave a garment so bright? This question is asked by our poetess to the viewers. She asked, why do you wave a garment so bright? And how that garment is? See the third line. Like the plumes of peacock, purple and green. In the line, poet compare the garment with the plumes of peacock. Plumes means feathers. Peacock's feathers are purple and green in color. All of you know we like to see the feathers of peacock, isn't it? The garment is so bright. These colors stand for strive and struggle in one adult stage. Our childhood is a beautiful period in our life, but in adult stage of life, everybody has to struggle. Peacock represent a royal symbolism. Royal means grand. The second stanza, the second stage of life is really royal. Royal like a king. As our poet has asked the viewers a question, they answered her. See their answer. See the last line. What they answered to our poet is, we wave the marriage wheels of a queen. This is answered given by viewers. They say what they answered. They are waving the marriage wheels of a queen. Marriage wheel means, see the picture, you will get the idea about it. So these weavers are waving the garment. The weavers are waving the marriage wheels of a queen. Means according to the poet, this second stage of life is so beautiful. It is a royal. Got it, everybody? Now see the last stanza of our poem. Weavers waving Solomon and steel. What do you wave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud. We wave a dead man's funeral shroud. This is one of the best things described in the last stanza. Once again, our poet has asked to the viewers. See the first line, weavers waving Solomon and steel. Our third stanza is the last stage of our life. Our third stanza is the last stage of a human life, and the last stage is old age. That is a death. In the last stanza, our poetess noticed that still the weavers are busy in their weaving. The poetess noticed that now these weavers waving the garment so solemnly. See the word Solomon? Solomon means serious. How are the weavers now? They seem serious. Now seriously they are waving this garment. Once again the poet has asked them a question. See the second line. What is he asked to them? Second line is a question in every stanza. Now in this stanza, poet asks, what do you wave in a moonlight chill? Chilled means cold. These weavers are waving in the moonlight. The word moonlight is significant. It tells us that is the night now. Moonlight means it is the end of the day. This third stanza describes the last stage of our life, the last stage of human life. It represents old age. See the third line of our last stanza, white as a feather and white as a cloud. See, this is our third line. How is the garment now? It is a white as a feather and white as a cloud. White color stands for a safety, purity and holiness, goodness, good nature, and white color also indicate the end of a cycle in a life. See the last line. We wave a dead man's funeral shroud. Viewers replied to our poetess. What they say? They said, we wave a dead man's funeral shroud. See what the viewers replied. They are waving a dead man's funeral shroud. Funeral means burials and shroud means cover. These weavers are said now they are now waving a dead man's garment to cover his or her body. So they are seem sad now. So this is what our poem is about. Our poem describes the three stages of the life. first stage is childhood, second stage is adulthood means youth, and the last stage of our life is death means old age. Three stages described from three stanzas. In very first stanza, poet described the childhood. Say how happy our first stage is. Everyone is going to welcome us with happiness and cheer. And in the second stanza, poet described the things. She say our second stage of life is a youth, and in this stage our life is very royal, and that's why she give garment. What type of garment she describe in a second stanza? The garment is bright, and color mentioned in the second stanza is purple and green. The peacocks, plums of peacock, purple and green means the peacock is a royal symbolism. So our second stage of life is very royal. We are enjoy everything in our second stage. And now third stage of our life is old age. In our old age, we are near to end our life, and in this stage poet described the garments. It's like a cloud. How cloud is white, and it's like a white feathers. So in the third stage of life, our life almost is over. So in the last stanza, weavers, creator is sad to weave that garment, because why? This is the end of our life. This is a very beautiful and meaningful poem written by one of the greatest Indian poetess, Sarojini Naidu. I hope all of you understand this poem. Thank you so much.